like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I.
Hey, welcome to 2K News, your favorite social media informant.
Today, we are going to learn a little bit about some trending topics and also an interview with a secret guy from the 21.
Like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Ay, walk it like.
Hi everyone, I'm Jorge Chang and today I'm going to talk about health, but especially about a virus that I'm sure that everyone has heard about the past week and that everyone is scared of. This virus from the coronavirus family was originated in Wuhan City, China. The first case was detected about 1 month ago. It presents respiratory infections, pneumonia, fever between others, but the most dangerous thing is that it has shown to be very contagious and it presents human-to-human transmission. This disease has almost taken the life of about 300 people and there are more than 18,000 infected. Also, the virus has arrived to more than 20 countries and even in our country a case is being studied.
The world is scrambling to control the coronavirus, a novel pathogen that emerged in China at the end of last year. The disease has sent shockwaves around the world, with tens of thousands of people falling ill and cases popping up in countries around the globe. There are no specific treatments or vaccines for the disease, and doctors are using existing medicines for other viruses, including AIDS and Ebola. There are many types of coronaviruses, and they are very common in animals. Only 7 have made the leap into humans, including the new coronavirus. The epicenter of the new coronavirus was a live animal market in Wuhan, central China, where wild and farm animals were kept in close quarters. Bugs and viruses can easily jump from one species to another, and it only takes one person in close contact with animals to become infected and for the disease to mutate and spread to others. Most of those who have had the most severe symptoms have been older people and those with other conditions such as lung or heart problems. Men also seem more likely to pick up the disease. Coronavirus is unlikely to spiral out of control in the UK, although cases have been confirmed here. Anyone who is worried should look out for cough, sore throat, high temperature, feeling tired, and difficulty breathing. These symptoms are common in other cold and flu illnesses, so if you're worried, ask yourself, have I travelled to a high-risk area in the last 2 weeks, or have I been in contact with someone who has? Symptoms are thought to appear 2 to 10 days after contracting the disease. The virus spreads through droplets when a person coughs or sneezes. You can catch the disease directly from an infected person or a contaminated surface. You can then catch the virus if you touch your face with your hands, something we do about 15 times an hour. The best line of defence is to wash your hands frequently with soap and water. Also, carry a hand sanitizer, tissues, wash your hands before you eat, and be careful in public places about touching surfaces and then touching your face. The UK has strong public health systems and authorities are confident they can cope with a large disease outbreak. But what experts really fear is the virus taking hold in the megacities of Africa and Asia, where health systems are weak, people live close to each other and sanitation is poor. Here, a large epidemic would be impossible to control.
Even you have to protect of this virus, don't worry, this is not the end of the world. Just before there were a lot of worldwide epidemics, as the H1N1 in 2009. This virus infected around 60 million people and killed over 13,000 of them. But if you know someone who has this coronavirus, it's important to keep the medical control and above all avoid the contact. One of the solutions of the China government was to keep in quarantine to all the people that were in Wuhan City in the Hubei province. The problem of this virus is that it has developed a mutation in its cells, which means that it is more resistant and it is immune to existing medicine. Every 6 days, the number of infected are duplicated. That's why it has become an emergency by the OMS. Although everything seems to be getting worse, there is always hope. Scientists from Thailand have developed a cure to this coronavirus. But the most frightening thing is that it is the mix of an anti-flu and an HIV cure. We hope that this virus could be controlled and does not generate more human loss. And remember, if you want to have all your vaccines up to date, don't have to go to Vacunorte.
Hello everybody, this is the Sports Ending. Today we are going to talk about Supercopa San Gabriel, the first edition of this tournament. There were 16 teams. The favorites of the first key were Profesores, LPC and Pedricoqueados, and the favorites of the second key were Fusileros, the Federación Deportiva del Congo, and LMF. In the first key, LPC won to Los Nietos del Paz, Profesores won to Double A, Pedricoqueados won by 8 goals to La Última Avenida, and Vives won to Dinamita. In the second key, Federación del Congo won to Resistencia by 5 goals. Viva Rouge eliminated Nueva Sangre. LMF won to Frisanto, and Fusileros eliminated Bangazers in an amazing match. This tournament was full of great goals, and the 4 last teams were Profesores versus Pedricoqueados and Federación del Congo versus Fusileros. Both matches were amazing. Pedricoqueados lost against Profesores by 2 goals of difference, and Federación del Congo won 4-2 and continued to the final. With all the high school in the stadium, the final began with 2 goals by Chino Toasa. The match finished with a score of 5 goals of difference. The team Federación del Congo won the first edition of Supercopa San Gabriel.
Hey, welcome to our new segment. In this new segment, we're gonna talk about technology news and discoveries that are all around the world. We're gonna let you know about interesting gadgets that will make your life easier and help you with your daily routine. We're gonna have a special guest that is gonna give his point of view about the new discoveries. The new technology creations of 2019 is the 5G mobile internet. With this 5G mobile data, you're gonna have a super fast downloads on your phone and also a super fast uploads. Also, one of the new inventions is the extended reality. This is like the virtual reality but way better. With this provides you a fully digital, immersive experience where you enter a computer-generated world and you live the complete experience of this one. All these inventions were created on 2019, but they're gonna be out on 2020, so go out and buy them. One of the most sold inventions in 2019 are the AirPods 2. With these new AirPods, we don't need the wireless earbuds anymore. So, also with these AirPods, we can connect them via Bluetooth to our phone. It's easy, you just open them up and then it will appear a screen up here, so you just connect them.
I'd like to make sure that your seatbelts are fastened.
Another of the most sold inventions in 2019 is the new Tesla truck. This is an electric car that is so strong that if you hit it with a hammer, it won't break. It is also bulletproof. This car is an electric car that you charge it, like you can charge it once a day and it will last like a week.
Hi everyone, I'm Emilio López, and the topic for today is going to be hype clothing. There are many brands very representative, such as Gucci, Dior, Louis Vuitton, Supreme, and many more.
Truth is, you can't very much talk about Off-White without mentioning the owner and creative director, Virgil Abloh, having earned degrees in architecture and civil engineering, Virgil is not your typical homegrown fashion designer. He got his chops as a creative director for Kanye West by chance, screen printed tees in college, is a DJ, and has a love of collaboration. Often labeled as unoriginal and uninspiring, Virgil takes it on the chin in an effort to fight the powers that be in an industry whose old guard places more emphasis on where you come from rather than what you can do for the culture. And there's much more to devolve with Virgil, but the generation of hip-hop, Air Jordans, and skating that he comes from largely dismisses the hierarchies in a fashion industry that embraces streetwear now as high fashion, yet doesn't recognize the pace setters as pure designers. And that's quoted by W Magazine. I didn't make that up. And Off-White is the response to that notion, as it breaks through the long-held belief that you have to be in fashion to know fashion.
What is high beast? Well, a high beast is something as simple as a collector of highly priced fashion items. It could be called an evolution of street herds or show collectors, but beyond footwear. They collect all kinds of garments. Well, not all types, only the most top and most hyped garments of a series or fashion brand. Nowadays, young people want to get some clothes or some shoes of these brands, but they are difficult to get and they are so expensive.
Hi friends, this is Jesus and I'm going to ask some questions to him. Did you saw any match of the Supercopa Gabrielina?
Well, I didn't have enough time to watch all the matches, but I did watch the final, and I remember that I think Congo was who scored the last goal.
Okay. What would be a solution if coronavirus arrives to our country?
Well, I think that just have the precautions that it needs. Just wash your hands properly and be sure to not be around people who you know have the virus.
Okay. Do you have any hype beast or any hype clothes?
Well, I own a pair of Air Max 97, but I will really want some Jesus.
Okay.